So here we are at our house in Tulsa, sitting around just like everyone else.
We thought we would do this one just a little different because when I was going through the footage to edit, I just felt like we didn't record very much. We didn't kind of explain what we were doing, and it was a little confusing.
Yeah, this video, I think we were just really tired.
Yeah.
And so, so we'll try to talk about some of the things that happened in the video and give a little bit more background.
So I wanted to go to Cathedral Cove. Whenever we were looking at places to go in the North Island, I saw the pictures of Cathedral Cove and I thought this is incredibly stunning. I wanted to get like one really good picture that maybe I could blow up and use as decor in our home. So I felt like it was really important to try to get there before anybody else, kind of, so that way there wouldn't be a lot of people in the photo. It would actually, no one would be in the photo. And I knew that was like, that could be a long shot. So our best thought of getting that would be to get there before anybody else got there. So like get there in the dark, hike down, you know, as the sun was rising, and go from there. And actually get a better lighting vantage point at sunrise, just because of the direction, obviously, that the light is shining into the cove. But we didn't realize like how difficult that area is. Right.
We went the night before and drove up to where the trailhead starts, because we knew it was like a 45-minute hike, and all the parking spots were like boarded off basically. It's like they removed the parking lot that was there and they no longer allow anyone to park there. So we kind of drove around, not really sure what to do, but down that road we saw that people had posted like little parking signs for their yard. And so we stopped and I talked to a local guy, and he basically just said, yeah, come back in the morning, you can park here, and then whenever we get back, since it'll be so early, then you can just pay. And it was like $10, 10 New Zealand dollars, which I gave him 10 US, which is a little more, but yeah. So it was really easy. It was just kind of confusing at first.
Yeah, it was really confusing. So the day before we got there, like you said, and I am the one who drives, mainly because I get really car sick and I'm not good at navigating. Anytime I've navigated, we always end up missing turns because I don't pay attention to the phone, because then I get car sick and then we miss turns. So anyways, I always drive, and I'm really thankful we did, because the roads were insanely windy. So you look at the map and it really doesn't reflect that. So they're just kind of like, is it 2-lane highway kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like a 2-lane highway.
It's impossible to pass because you're going around sharp turns and you can't see oncoming traffic. So they have really small, like on the shoulder, like very, very small, like pull over to let people pass sections, but nobody does that. So you end up in this like line of cars. Always account for like longer drive. So it took us a long time to get there. It's so windy and you're kind of like in this hilly cliff type town. Even our Airbnb was strangely like on this cliff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it was really tricky to get to the town, just driving wise.
It's a really small town.
Very small. They only had like maybe 2 like Burger Shack type restaurants, and they were both crazy packed when we got there. And I'm thankful the evening before, like you said, we drove up to where the trail starts, because to try to figure out the logistics of parking, we're both like not, like we're kind of timid people. So if we hadn't have talked to the owner of that home, who we ended up parking in his yard, if we hadn't have talked to him the night before, like that morning of, I would not have felt comfortable just showing up at 4:30 in the morning on someone's yard and just leaving our car there. But thankfully we talked to the guy the night before and he was like, yeah, just pay me once you're done with the hike. So it worked out. But I just felt really, I don't know, like it was so difficult. And I just kept saying to him, man, I hope this is worth it. It was so far kind of out of the way, and just for getting this one picture. But I think it ended up working out.
Yeah, I mean, we're not exaggerating. The drive there is pretty annoying just how many turns there are. I mean, it's one road, you can't miss it, but it's really annoying, especially when you get stuck behind like a camper van that can't go up and down the hills fast or around the corners fast. So yeah, it just takes like twice as long as what Google says it's gonna take.
We just had to be patient.
Yeah. So
like the next morning, we woke up and kind of dragged ourselves out of bed, parked our car, and then started the hike to the beginning of the hike.
yeah, because even though we were parking in someone's yard, I mean, it was still maybe like 10 or 15 minute hike from there to the parking lot that's no longer a parking lot.
Right.
Just kind of weird.
Right. But when you get up there to where the trail begins, you can't see Cathedral Cove. You don't know what to expect. You can see the ocean and some of the like islands dotted out, but you can't see Cathedral Cove. So it's pitch black dark. I mean, pitch black dark. And because we had planned on doing this hike, we both had gotten those like pin lights just to kind of give us some, light of the trail. And it was so spooky.
Yeah, Abby kept thinking like, oh, someone's gonna come around the corner and like scare us or mug us or something like that. And really, we only saw one other group of people.
Okay, so when we were getting closer, we knew we were getting closer because the sound of the ocean was getting louder, and it's pretty steep, so we were getting lower and lower. We could feel that we were getting closer, but we heard some music in the distance, and we knew it wasn't from a campground, it wasn't from a car, it had to have been other hikers, and it just was getting me so scared. I was like, here it is. Here's where we get mugged. It's these people.
It was like these two young guys that were really like booking it. And
yeah, they were like going really fast.
So we just kept hearing this music get closer and closer and closer, and Abby like kind of was like, "Ee!"
I just like the anxiety was building. But so I told Weeby, I was like, okay, turn our lights on so that they see that there's another couple. Because remember, it's pitch black dark. And just move to the side of the trail and kind of shuffle our feet so they could hear us. I didn't want to spook them in turn.
Yeah.
We could hear them coming because they were playing music, but they, anyways. So they passed. We didn't get mugged. And by the time we actually got down to the sand to where the cove was, there was a little bit of light. The sun was already starting to rise. And shockingly, there were people already there. It was insane to me because when we first got there...
There weren't a lot. But I mean, there were probably half a dozen or something. Maybe like 5 or 6 different people there. Right.
But it was beautiful. Like we just I bought one of those outdoor like blankets. It's kind of like a really thin tarp. And we just, it was new. So New Zealand's pretty strict about bringing used camping gear into their country, which is understandable. It's a vulnerable area. But so I laid out this kind of tarp and we just kind of hung out and watched the sunrise, and it was really beautiful. And as soon as the sun rose and people got the pictures they wanted, like everyone left. It was so weird. Like we could have probably slept in a couple hours.
I mean, I don't know that we actually got a really good like sunrise photo either. Right. I mean, we kind of did, but
there was like a cliff. There was a cliff that was kind of covering up the sun itself.
Yeah, because I guess the angle of the sun was coming up and it wasn't quite in the right spot or whatever.
But it was still beautiful. Yeah. So I'm really glad we went. It is a really, really beautiful area. It feels really unique. Like the movie Narnia even shot a very small section of the movie there. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of cool, being able to see exactly where they shot that scene. And I'm very satisfied with the picture we got. I'm not a photographer, but for like my quality of a photo that I know I'm capable of getting, I was so happy with it. There was one person in the photo and I was able to edit it out. And I think it turned out really good. So yeah, I'm glad we ended up doing that.
is now peeking up. It looks beautiful around here. Here's little Abby.
Hey, I'm
Hey.
waking up.
Waking up finally
Yeah.
from our 4 a.m.
Though it may not look it because I have on no makeup. Oh,
So
here's the iconic shot.
Yeah, here's the iconic shot heading through Cathedral Cove. This is where all the photographers
This
are.
is really cool.
Yeah.
Look at this place.
Yeah. Okay, we went through Cathedral Cove,
It's beautiful.
and there's like this is the other side of the Cathedral Cove, the other beach over here, and there's like giant sea stacks out here. What do you think, sweetie?
It's awesome. Show from this angle.
Yeah. So this is the back side of Cathedral Cove, and you can't really see out through to the other beach. So that's why everyone films it from the other side. Takes pictures from the other side. Yeah, this entire beach though is just amazing.
After we did that, we drove straight to Auckland. And now I don't even remember how long that was. 2 hours?
Yeah, it wasn't very far. It was maybe 2.5 hours. I mean, it felt far because of how early
And
we
the
had
roads.
woken up, but
And the roads.
oh yeah, and we had to go back through the windy roads. But it wasn't too bad. But we ended up getting there before, of course, our Airbnb check-in time was. So we decided we would just kind of explore Auckland a little bit, and we ended up going to Mount Eden.
Yeah.
Mount Eden, which is the tallest volcano there, and it's kind of centralized, kind of close to downtown, so you can see downtown, you can see the harbor. But I guess there's like 50 something active volcanoes around Auckland, so you could see them kind of popping up everywhere, which was kind of cool.
And
But that was fun.
Mount Eden was under construction, like around the rim. So if you drove up there, it was literally just kind of not even up to the top, that you could just kind of circle your car and come back. So the parking spot was like at the bottom. So again, we had to kind of like hike. I say hike. I understand it's not hiking.
Right.
We're just walking up a hill or walking down a hill. But I am so out of shape that it's hiking for me.
It is hiking. It's far. Especially when it's uphill.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
But it was really cool to see like this huge,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Crater.
in the ground,
Yeah.
and then the city of Auckland in the distance. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And our Airbnb was central downtown, which was fun. We had a good kind of city view.
Yeah,
And-
it was kind of like a high-rise condo.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was small, but it was cute.
Yes.
Yeah, we just sort of
tried
took
to-
it easy the rest of the day.
Yeah, for sure, because we were just I at least was out of it. I even think I took a small nap because I was like a zombie. I underestimated how exhausted I would be. And it's probably because, you know, I'm out of shape. Also getting older in my 30s. So I can't like run around like I used to. I need to get in better shape so that way we can do these types of vacations and I don't feel so drained. I look at the footage of these videos and I'm like, oh man, I can tell I just look like a zombie walking around.
Some of the later ones.
Yeah, we had a month, which sounds like a lot, but you know, when you try to see everything you want to see, it's impossible.
And jumping from one location to another. So even though, yeah, it's only 2 or 3 hour drive, sometimes 4 hour drive, that's still a good part of your day. And then you're doing something. So it's exhausting and it goes by really fast.
So, dinner was a little disappointing.
We went to this
Super fancy
restaurant that like looked like it had good reviews.
And it was expensive, so we thought, you know, price.
Yeah, I mean it was probably around 60 to 70 bucks, I think, for both of us.
It wasn't that good, which is a huge disappointment.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have ice cream to try to make up for it.
Hey, sweetie, you want that Tiffany and Company? You want to go swing in there?
I'll take any jewelry.
Gotta have ice cream.
What'd you get?
I got a little bit melted Giapo Bueno.
Guapo bueno.
Some flavor, but it's like a salty caramel.
Look at that cone.
It's like handmade. Okay, sweetie, what did you get?
I got a chocolate cone. Look at it.
Chocolate
it's like,
cone. Hold on, let me.
It's like glittery kind of.
Oh yeah.
And then this flavor, the name of it was Kiss, but it tastes like Cocoa Puffs, the cereal.
Oh really?
It's pretty good.
You like it?
Yeah.
What just happened?
The Cocoa Puffs.
So the Cocoa Puffs exploded onto your dress. Very nice.
That's okay.
I think that looks great on you.
It's like cocoa powder.
Yeah.
Oh well. So I hope you liked our video. Our next video is we're going to the airport and we're flying to Christchurch, which is in the South Island. And I'm really excited about the videos for the South Island. We ended up doing some really cool stuff. The South Island is incredibly gorgeous. And so that's gonna be fun to share that with you. But I hope you enjoyed Cathedral Cove with us. And yeah, please subscribe.
Hit that like button. We love you all. Stay safe.